Hi, welcome back to Subtech Online. It's me again, Sabit Christopher. Today I'm taking you through how do you create a goal pacing chart for the month. Looking at the result first, the chart, the type of chart we shall be getting at the end of the day. So it will be a cumulative capture of data. Let's say you're capturing data daily and for the whole month, and you want to analyze the pace for the whole month, where you have the lowers, where you have the uppers, where I've gone better and where I've gone poor in either your revenue or any task you're doing or carrying on. So let's hit our desk and have this done. Okay, this is it. This is the data we have. We are going to look at the two data fields you'll be capturing on a daily basis, that is the day and revenue. So we shall include the cumulative revenue, that is cumulative for the whole month. Then the goal, that is the target, I can say, but that is the goal you're assuming like to have at the end of the month. Then we shall have the gap. Basically the gap is a shortfall between the cumulative and the goal. That is the difference between the two. Then the percentage of the month, this one will be the percentage of the revenue cumulative for at that exact day in the month. Then the target, this one is going to be the target for the day, the current day you'll be on. If it is like 10th, then by 10th, from 1st to 10th, what would have been the percentage target, or what would have been the cumulative target. Then I think there we shall look at the lowers and the uppers. Then we shall also get where you fall under or where you fall over your target. So starting with our data, the daily capture data we have, that is capturing from, actually this is August, that's when this video is recorded, and today is the 22nd of August. So that's why I'm dealing with data from 1st to 22nd. So let's start. How do we get the cumulative reference, the cumulative revenue, sorry. So for the start, you'll start with the first figure, that is day number 1, that is it. Then the next, we shall first put a logical test. We ask ourselves whether we are having a data in the next day, then we see whether we can do it cumulative. Now this one we shall use an if formula. I'll expand on this. We shall use an if. It will be if if the revenue is greater than 0, then it means that we shall have the previous day plus the current day. And if not, then let's have blank space. So that is open quote and close. Okay, we enter. Then we are going to run this one through up to the end of the month, or up to the end of the month. So you see that we are ending at 22nd when we have our revenue. Then the other days we'll have the formulas, but they are blank. If in case you put any revenue, and then it will have to pick. Okay, let's say if we try to put a revenue 1, 2, 3, then it will be having to pick. But for now we are doing up to 22nd. Then looking at now the goal. Our goal is it is a constant. We are going to use 100 K. We can take this as UGX. Okay, now the gap. I've already told you that the gap is a shortfall between the cumulative and the goal. So this will be, again, we shall have to test. If the revenue is input, then we can have the gap. If it is not input, then we don't need the gap. So this one will be equal to if the revenue is greater than 0 still, then let's have the gap, that is between the cumulative minus the goal. So if we don't have so, anyway, it can proceed downwards since it will be the shortfall. So this is it. So since we're having a false, then you can go ahead and complete the if by putting, if there is false, then bring for me a blank space. So that is it. I think that we are good to go there. So we are done with the gap. Then we are going to have the percentage of the month. So how do you get the percentage of the month? That one is basically looking at the day divided by the end of the month days. So if today is 22nd, then it is 22 days divided by 31, because August we have 31 days. But how do you come up with that as a formula in Excel? So here we use the day function. So this one will be equal to day. So the day now we are having, this one is number 1, so we shall pick that, then divide by. Now we want to pick automatically the end, how many days are in a month. Are they 28, are they 30, or are they 31? So how do you do that? Then we shall use the day function combined with the end of month function. So end of month gives us the number of days in that month you have noted as the starting day you have picked. So our starting day is 1st of August. So we are not moving any month on or off. So this is a 0. So we are exactly looking at August. So which means we are doing now this day, which is now number 1, divided by day of the end of month of this, starting with this 1st of August, which will be 31 days. So guys, that's how we get the number of days in a month. So this and this multiplied together, divided, we end up getting, well, this one was already formatted into percentage, but always you'll have a number like this, of which it may be something like this, but we shall always have to put it in percentage. So we can have 2 decimal places, and that is all. We can go with that. So run this one downwards. At the end of the day, we have the 100%. So this is the percentage of a day. So which means this one means that, like here, that 15 divided by 31, this is what you get. Now, how do we get the target? Majorly, why we are getting the percentage of the month, we are looking at to get a target on a daily basis. What target have we reached? Okay, the target is we get the target by a matter of multiplying the goal. You multiply it to the month. Sorry, this is we multiply it to the percentage of the month we have got. So it will be having for the first day, which means we have to get the 3.2% of the 110k. So this is it. So we run that one up to the end of the month. You see the last day should be giving us the 110k. Okay, this is it. Now for now we can first leave the other ones. I'm going to create a line chart. Then we see how we can start building out our goal pacing chart. So we start with a line chart which is blank, so you can always click anywhere outside your field, data field. So that is insert. I'll insert a line chart, which is this. So I've inserted the blank line chart without any data. Excel couldn't pick any data because I had not selected any data. So now here, now it is now at my pace to add in the series. So I'm going to start with the series. I feel like I should add. We are starting with the first series, which is the goal. So how do we add the series? You can always do the select data. It is always in the ribbon chart design. The moment you click on the chart, it will always give you the chart design. So select data, add the series. So the series we are adding, this is now the goal. Then the series values, we are adding from the first to the last. This is okay. Then we are doing this. You see it picks by default the horizontal axis from 1 to 10, but we need this straight, that we need the dates, that is from the first day to the last day of the month. Okay, now you check keenly, because here it has picked up to 8th of January up to 8th of August. You can edit this. You see where it has stopped. So you run this one up to the last day, then we okay this. So this is okay. Now we go to something else. We are going to include now the cumulative revenue. So cumulative revenue, still I will do add revenue, add the series. So the revenue we are adding now, the cumulative, that is the header. Then the values, this one we are adding up to the end. So this is it, up to the end. No, we can add up to where it is up to 20 seconds, because that's what we need. We don't need to drop back to 0. So this is the cumulative, and still cumulative revenue selected. Make sure that you give it the right horizontal. So we are not going to limit the date, so we are going to run that date up to the end of the month. So that is it, that is okay. Now we run our cumulative target, which means that is the target actually. So select data, we add another series. This is add another series. This time we are adding the target, and the values are these from here up to the end, and this is it. Yeah, this is it. So we select the horizontal, which is the end month, and here we go. Okay, that is okay. It is picking less up to 8, so make sure that you do the edit very well. So we are running this up to the end of the month. Just be keen on that. Here it is still picking third. Make sure, I'm going to select this one. This one is 34. You can do it like that if it doesn't pick now, and that is okay. Now for now, we already have the data we need to have in our chart. First, we can go ahead now. We can go ahead and edit these. Just do the formatting, the brief formatting. Just right click on this and format data series. Okay, and format data series. So formatting data series, here we are changing this. We can change the color to green, just like this, green. So just to green. Then we can increase this to that. Then we can just have here double lines. Okay, or can change any to your favorite. We can increase the transparency, or you leave it, and that is all. We can just go with that. Then for the target, this one I will give it a solid of gray. I will go with gray. Then I give it dotted. Okay, I'll give it a dotted line. That is it. I increase its width. Oh, yeah, that is all for that. Then we can go for our cumulative revenue, which is running up to 20 seconds. We give this one, can give it a blue. So we do solid line. We give this one a deep blue. Okay, that one will work. So we can leave it transparency at 0. We increase this. Okay, we can change the caps type rounded. Then okay, that is it. Then you can come on the marker. We give them a solid blue, deep blue. That is a fill. No, a fill. I'll give them white. Then I come here, border. I give them. I'll give a deep blue border, and okay, the marker options, I'll come and select the built-in. I can go with the diamond. Diamond will work for me. You can pick any. You can pick the circular. We increase its just want it to be visible, and that is all. So I've done some edits. We can go with this. Then still looking at my horizontal, I want to change this horizontal. Just come to the axis options, come to the numbers. So it is date format. Yep, I look at the labels. This is okay. Here are the axis options. We want to change this. It is 2 clustered. Let's just to put a 2 such that we can pick 2 to 2 days. I think this is better. Yeah, this is better, somehow spaced. Okay, now at the moment where we are now, let's go next. What do we need now? What we need is we want to mark up these ranges like between the target and the cumulative or the actuals. We want to mark this as an under, then we mark the other one as over, such that it is visible to your audience you're presenting to or the people you're giving a report to, such that we shall do like a green for the above and the red for below, such that it is clearly seen that here we're working poor under target, the other one was over target. So how do we do that? Let's first get the lows and the lows and the uppers. So the lows and the uppers here, we are going to for the low we are going to get the minimum. That's the minimum between now, that is between what we have achieved as a revenue and the target. Among the two, what is the minimum? Then we do the same for maximum. So among the two, between the revenue and our target, what is the maximum? So here we want to keep telling where we have gone low or where we have gone high. If the cumulative, if the revenue is high, which means we shall be higher. We shall have gone upper on top of the target. Then if it is low, then we shall be low of the target. I think that is it. Then how do we get the under target? If the cumulative, here we're going to put a logical test, is equal to if the cumulative revenue is greater than, is less than, let's start with under. If this one, which means there we shall be under, if this one is less than the target, then we shall have the upper minus lower. Then if not, then we should have blank. That is one. Then for this one will be equal to if the cumulative revenue is greater than, that is when it will be over, is greater than our target, then it means that we shall still have the upper minus the lower, and if not, then we should have blanks. So this is it. So which means I'm going to select all these three, run them up to the end. So you see automatically it shows us where it is blank, then there it is under, then the other side it is lower. And when you look at the graph, and that is how the way the graph is behaving, all we had under from 4th to up to around the 16th, that's when we started moving upwards. Okay, let's include now the under and the overs in our graph. Now here I'm going to add more series. Select your graph, chart design. Then on chart design, as usual, select data. We're adding other series. So adding another series, I will begin with the lower. So we shall do with this first. Then we select the data. And this one has to also work for, you have to make sure that you're changing the horizontal when the series is selected, the series you're dealing with. So where I'm lower, so I'm giving it its horizontal, which has to be the date, this. Okay, then that is okay. You see it picks up to that, so I can edit this, which is supposed to pick 34. Okay, then now I do another one, that is I'm adding the under target, under and over. So there is another option. You can always, if you don't use this option, you can always select these two up here, you copy them, then come and select the chart, then you do a paste. So it will always paste this. So I've pasted both of the two. Then I can go ahead and you can go ahead and do the changes in the graph. So change in the design, then I'll come on change type, then I run directly to combo, then I'll be looking at all this. So you see here, this one just picked a combination of which I'm going to remove this. So we shall remove this. We again do the other bit of how I've been doing. Okay, so here we still select data. We are adding, sorry, we seem to have lost the lower. So select data, add the lower. I will do this, add this. Okay, I will just be quick on this, I think. Then okay, then let me see, edit this, it has to run up to 34. Okay, then edit this, it has also to run up to 34. So I think we need to edit this, it has to run up to 34. Okay, so we have to make sure that it picks right. Then what else are we picking? We going to, this is okay. Now we're adding another series. Adding another series, this time we're adding the under, which has to run up to 34 still. Then we come and also do the edit here, which has to run up to 34. Okay, so there is one, this one has to run up to 34. Sorry for those glitches. And here this has to be 34. Okay, so I go ahead and add another series. This is now we are adding the over target, and here we shall select all this up to the last one. Okay, so select this and that up to 34. Sorry, we keep having this one, select up to there. Okay, I think this is it all. Now it is time to go and change our chart type. We shall do combo. Wow, you just look at this and you feel like, no, this is a mess, but just tell Excel we are always enough and shall come out this. So first of all, we have to look at the goal. Still has to be a line. We change it back to a line. Our goal was a line. Yes, we can go with that. Then the cumulative rev, this one was line with markers. Then the target, this was a line. Okay, then the lower, this one is going to be an area clustered. All these are going to be area clustered, stacked area. Okay, and this is it. Okay, this is what we have now. Let's say we can do a lot of other tweaks on formatting, that there's coloring and all the other bits. I can right click anywhere and format data series. We shall get this. Now what are we looking at? Here we are starting with with the lower, which we need as no fill. I think yes, we shall go with this one as no fill, and even the border no line. Okay, then go with this one. I'll go with a solid. I'll choose a green for this. Then I will have no line and border. Then shall go for the high. Actually, this is the green. Then sorry, I have to change this. Here we are looking at now the under. The under is the one supposed to be a red, and here we increase the transparency a bit. Then the chart area is supposed to be white. Okay, you can change those one by one. Then we can check on the plot area, which is supposed to be white. Okay, then we go and change now the over target, which we are going to have as a green. I think we need to pull this one up to the end. It had not captured right, so this is it. Okay, now this is it, guys. I think we can go ahead here and look at for the overs we can change, reduce and increase on the transparency a bit, such that it somehow find the fill. This is the border. Transparency to that. Then for the border, this is a solid of green. Increase the transparency around there. That is the best fit. So what next? Here we are going to add now a data label. Let's add to the last or the current date. So I'll double click on that, click twice. So the first click selects the whole line, then the second click selects the current date. So we shall add a data label here. I want to add this one above. Okay, click and right click on the data format series. We are going to change this. We can change the background to black, solid black. Yep, solid black. Then we come and change the font here to white, and we bold this. So I think now that one looks very smart, and you can go ahead and pick and add all the headers and all the other bits you feel like, but I'm happy to tell you that we finally come out with our pace chart, which clearly tells you that from around 2nd to around 15th, 16th, you are doing under target, then the other month you are doing over targets. Very nice. So thanks, guys. If it is your first time to reach this channel, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that red button, hit the notification bell, such that every time we post a video you can get it directly into your notifications. Then if this content has been helpful to you, please go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Then if you have any feedback and any query on this, please leave for us a comment and we shall get back to you. All the practice files and all the required links are in the description below if you are watching this on YouTube. Thank you. Meet again in another video.